Bonjour.
I'm getting older, and I've had really good examples in my life as to how it is to grow old and still be active and happy. My grandfather used to swim 4 to 5 kilometers in the sea, the actual sea, until 2 years before his death. And he had a more active social life than I ever did. Like, he used to go out every day with his friends and stuff. So I had a good example of what it's like to grow old but still have an active lifestyle. So I'm not afraid of growing old, but I do want to emulate what he did, which is essentially giving yourself the ability to still be active. I've seen what it's like to grow old and not be able to do these things, where it's like you're 30 or 40 and then you want to go on a hike but you can't because your knees hurt, or like your back hurts every time you wake up. And I know on the internet it's like this joke, like the moment you turn 27 or 28, it's all downhill. If you do this, you're gonna be like, oh, my back, ooh. I don't want to be like this, and I don't think you need to be like this. Obviously, you're more prone to certain diseases as you grow older, especially if you're genetically predisposed. But if you try your best from a lifestyle perspective, especially if you have the time and the money to invest in your lifestyle, then you can probably grow old in a very well manner. Obviously, I don't want to become like this healthy girly, because the way that I see it, I try to be happy right now in the present and do things that benefit me in the present. But I also think about my future self and how I can benefit her. But I don't want to think about my future self to the point where it's like I'm thinking about her more than I'm thinking about myself right now. So for example, I've been putting money aside for Noor of the future. I obviously can put more money aside by limiting the amount of things that I do on a monthly basis. But the logic here is that if I do this, then I'd be only thinking about Noor of the future, and Noor of the present wouldn't be as happy as she is right now. And I would think about both. So I'm trying to find a balance between thinking of myself in the future, but also in the present, and trying to be smart about it, but it's very hard. Anyway, all this to say that I booked a red therapy. How did we even go here? I booked a red therapy appointment in a few minutes because apparently it's really good for you. I'm gonna try it out. You know, it can't hurt. And I'll tell you guys how I feel afterward. This is my outfit of the day. The theme I'm going for is fashionable marshmallow. Let's go. So let me be very honest. Although I have been mostly influenced to take care of myself because of fitness and well-being in mind, a part of this newfound health kick has been influenced by superficiality, aka societal standards of beauty. I have tried not to care, but care I do. I don't think my level of care is very high. I've had smile lines since I was 19 and they're still there. I also have white hair here and there since 2020 due to the year having stressed the living hell out of me, but I haven't done anything about them either. But I care about my skin, how it looks like, and whether or not it droops or new wrinkles are added to it. And the older I get, the more I'm spooked into thinking that I'm losing value as a piece of meat, apparently. I try to go against the spook by acknowledging that I am being brainwashed by social media and that I actually feel better the older I get, because that's what happens when you understand yourself more, care less about stupid things, and have hopefully more money to spend. But I guess I'm still a bit spooked. Hey guys, I'm at the Collagen Cafe. I haven't said anything yet because I was a bit shy, but now obviously lost all of my dignity, so that's my best friend Anna.
Hi.
The red light therapy was great.
Yeah.
Franchement, moi j'ai pas trouvé que ta face a trop chauffé.
Oui, elle a chauffé.
Which I guess it's working. So, I don't know, do I look younger? You can usually come and work here, but they had a Dermalogica event, so they're closing at 1. I don't know why I wasn't invited. So now we're gonna go to another place to work because we have to pay for what we just ordered. My lips are violet because I've been eating acai. I have a coffee rendezvous, I don't know, like date. Not the most stylish outfit, but it'll have to do. I bought this new perfume, Miami Muse, because I'm a Miami Muse. Like a lot of people, I had quote-unquote bad examples in my life that made me afraid of getting older. Mostly women that were incredibly beautiful, but had associated so much of their sense of self and worth to their beauty that as they got older, their beauty and keeping up with it became a source of pressure and anxiety. They needed to go under the knife or have a variety of different procedures to maintain the way that they looked. I saw the mental impact this would have on them as their physical appearance changed due to age. They would lose their sense of identity and become lost, depressed, or even hostile. Because a big part of their identity and who they thought they were was a beautiful, youthful, or desirable woman. So if they were no longer that person, they would basically lose a big part of themselves. And I knew that if I did the same as them, I would probably end up in the same situation. So I decided to try to put as much as my sense of identity as I could on my personality rather than my looks, because this at least time would not take away from me as easily. I used to be pretty annoying as a teenager. I was jealous and very possessive. I was also very insecure and would show off material possessions because that was a great way to be validated in the society I grew up in. Slowly, I changed, trying to rid myself of these ugly traits by understanding where they stemmed from and making my peace with their original source of insecurity and impulse. This wasn't easy because I lost myself in other labels along the way. Labels like hardworking or very giving that would also easily fall victim to time. But I eventually ended up where I am today, giving the greatest weight of importance and sense of self to my different traits, abilities, and overall character, rather than how I look like. These attributes are mostly based on what I like and value rather than influenced by how people or society perceive me. I'm obviously not devoid of ugly traits still, but I like who I am and who I'm becoming each year. This doesn't mean that I no longer identify with my outer appearance or that I no longer put weight on how I look like or that I no longer care about how I look like. I do. Vanity has not detached itself from me. I also know that as my appearance eventually changes with time, a part of me will find it hard to let go of the identity of youth that I've always identified with so far. But I welcome the challenge now rather than fear it, and I don't think it will have as much of an impact in my life as it could have had I not gone on this quest to, identify more with my insides than my outsides. Today I'm making sweet potato bread. Forget about bananas, okay? This is sweet potato territory. Ooh, that's not for you. On l'a rendu un coq. D'accord. Mais c'est bien qu'on a mis. Elle est pas assez sucrée, non? On l'a rendu un coq, mais c'est trop bon. Non? I'm going to Pilates. Did I just wash my hair before I actually go? Yes. Yes, I did. So this isn't my real hair. My real hair is curly and frizzy, and I tried going natural. Curly hair is beautiful, it's just not for me. I don't want to sleep with a bonnet on. I don't want to have 20 steps in my hair care routine. I know some people do and some people enjoy it. I don't. Because of it being relaxed, which is why right now it's straight, my hair kind of sucks. Like the quality of my hair sucks. You know, for skin, I trust the Koreans. They know what's up. And I wanted to have the same logic for hair. So Korean people are known for their gorgeous skin, so they do skincare very well. And I was like, okay, who's known for their gorgeous hair? The Indians, obviously. So I went on the internet and I came across this product. The one with this chick on it. It's a bit controversial on the internet because it has mineral oil, but I don't really care. I've been trying it for the past 6 months or 5 months, and my hair has never been so like soft, and it has never grown so fast. I was never one of these girls who was like, oh, my hair grows fast so easily so I can cut it. No, I cut my hair. I'm stuck with that length for the next 5 years. But no longer. Look at this length. Not to say that like, I mean, I've always had fine hair. I was born with finer hair. So it's not like it's thick and luscious and gorgeous, but it is way better than what it was before, which is the best I can ask for. And it's also very cheap. The product, not my hair. Well, maybe my hair as well. So I talked about age from a physical perspective, from wrinkles to muscles, and although these aspects influence mental health, I wanted to end the video by sharing my mental health philosophy when it comes to growing older. First, I like to take care of myself, but I try to monitor and assess whether or not this is a source of joy or anxiety. Do I feel the need to buy new skincare because I like pampering myself, or is it because I'm anxious about fine lines? It doesn't need to be one or the other, it just needs to be more one than the other. Second, it's been about noticing patterns that make me sad and can open up the door to something worse like depression. To keep that door closed, I exercise regularly and I do things that I love as much as I can. Things like reading, going to art exhibits, or watching anime. But one thing above all is spending time with friends. I'm a natural loner and I don't really get lonely. I love being alone, but even I notice the toll of self-isolation on my mood. The more I isolate, the more melancholy seems to tighten its grip on me. So I make it a point to go out, to see friends, and cultivate my relationships, even if I don't have the most natural personality inclination to do so. There are numerous psychological studies on elderly and middle-aged people that all point in one obvious direction. If you live a life surrounded by people that you love and love you back, you end up living a better life.